to live my life every day. Keep out of strife, come what may. I try to do unto others as I'd have them do to me, but it can't be done for everyone, and now it's plain to see. You are a cunt, a big bad stinking cunt. Said it ain't true, but he'll tell you you're a motherfucking cunt. You are a cunt, motherfucking cunt. Everybody knows from your head to your toes you're a big bad stinking cunt. I try to be real nice, say it twice, be real nice, even though it is hard to keep up this facade. And now I see, dearie me, what a hassle this would be. I'm out of luck, don't give a fuck, cause you're the cunt, not me.
Why don't you go fuck yourself, dickhead?
You are a cunt, big bad stinking cunt. Say it ain't true, but he'll tell you you're a motherfucking cunt. You are a cunt, motherfucking cunt. Everybody knows from your head to your toes you're a big bad stinking cunt.
With all due respect, the views and opinions expressed on Threatcon 5 clothing and Threatcon 5 radio are strictly the views of Threatcon 5 and do not reflect or represent the values of the Veteran Radio Syndicate. If you get offended by anything you hear on this show, please feel free to go fuck yourself. We thank you for listening.
Yes, please do feel free to go fuck thyself. Or coitus thyself, however you would like to put it. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Threatcon 5 Radio on this Taco Tuesday evening. The last Monday of July 2019. Unfucking believable how quick this week is going, this year is going by.
Yes.
Yes, see, that was a Freudian slip with saying week, but that's what it feels like. It's been a week, but it's been like an entire fucking half a year already. It's freaking crazy.
Yep.
I am Bulldog, joined as always, well, again, I can't continue to say as always, joined when she wants to fucking be here.
Oh my God.
Hey,
Hey, everybody.
she's not bitching about some freaking HIV or back injury or some, I'm traveling.
Listen, I made it here tonight, bitch.
Yeah, well, I'm impressed.
Despite the fact that I couldn't get myself out of bed this morning.
Hey, it's all right. We'll just dock you pay.
So what's nothing from nothing leaves nothing.
That's right. That's right.
Hey,
Hey, what?
really quick. So you know how we were kind of talking about speeding through the month? Everybody needs to tune in next Monday because it's my birthday. We're going to make a good time. Judy's probably going to get trashed on the air.
Whatever. Well, you know what? When you get as old as Judy, you probably need to stop reminding people that it's your birthday, but whatever. I ain't getting you shit.
Just as the same as last year.
And the year before and the year before. How about that? You're lucky I even say freaking happy birthday.
I know, right?
You know? I mean, look it. I don't know how much more I can freaking, give you a lifetime membership to Pornhub. You know, I mean, for Christ's sakes, you asked.
Hey, I don't need anything else, Bulldog.
It's
that's
the fucking gift that keeps
giving.
on giving. So, because, Judy was being fucking selfish and wanted to tell everybody that next week's her birthday, she kind of stepped on the fact that we should always start the show by thanking and making aware our sponsors. We are proudly sponsored by
Really?
Beard BQ Sauce, where you can find them at beardbqsauce.com, where you can get your mild or spicy dry beer rub. You can get spicy mustard or bourbon sauce.
Yeah.
You could get Carolina Reaper sauce that I cooked ribs in last night. Fucking
And?
amazing. Or you can get the badass gear they have. They sell their own hats. They sell their own beanies. But through Threatcon 5 clothing, you could get the smoking meats.
Smoke it.
And I don't even fucking remember what the hell the rest of the shirts are. Smoking meats, shooting bullets, something. I don't fucking know. I'm awful. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Go to their site. Fucking click on freaking any of the products. Order them up. When you're checking out, use Vet for Life and save yourself a percentage of 10%. 10%. Okay? Awesome. Good stuff. Excellent stuff. Maybe, just maybe, you're in the market for a new Smith & Wesson. Maybe you're in the market for a new Ruger. Maybe you're looking for an AR pistol. I don't know. The options are endless. You can log on to venomousfirearms.com and get yourself a new firearm. Or if you're a coffee guy, yeah, Felix, I know it's fucking smoking meats and stacking bodies, but it's not my fucking job to promote your shirts, dick nose. Anyway, just kidding. That was rude. That was rude and mean. Or
Rude,
maybe you're a
crude.
coffee drinker and you're looking to maybe get yourself American Badass, some Sumatra, Taste of Freedom. The opportunities for firearms or coffee are amazing. So go ahead and check them out. Now, Threatcon 5 clothing. Also, we're trying to close out a couple shirts here, peeps. If you haven't seen in the last couple weeks, which I'm judging you haven't, we're trying to close out everything because I'm in the midst of a move, and I
You
don't
got
wanna,
shit to offload.
Yeah, I gotta get this shit off the site and printed, so I'm not freaking like screwing around taking shit with me and having to unload and do all that crap. So please go check out the N22 shirt because one is too damn many. Go check out the red shirt, available in men's and children's. I'd like to offer it in women's, but for whatever reasons, women don't order shirts in women's; they order them in men's. But we have sent the Freedom long sleeve hooded T-shirts to production. We have sent the obviously the Fuck Kaepernick shirts are in production. They'll be mailed out this week. Let's see what else. The U.S. Army shirts, Russian collusion. We got all that stuff out there. So please. Jeff Jebby, then you need to go order 2 red shirts. I only need 5 more to close that out, and I only need 3 more of the N22. So let's close them out so I don't have to take this stuff with me and mail it out from a new address. Because I got too much shit going on to be worrying about that. So order, and use coupon code grenade.
Judy 2019.
Grenade at checkout to save yourself 10%. If you're a new customer, use new and save yourself 20%. But yeah, so that's that. Now I want to tell you something that that page is up to like 87,000, 86,962 at my last check. Okay, so once I hit 100%, I'm gonna do a contest.
100,000.
When I hit 100,000, I'm gonna do a contest, and somebody who buys a shirt is going to get that shit for free. Maybe even 2 people. What's gonna happen is they're gonna order. And then I'm going to go ahead and just reimburse their entire order to them. And that's something.
I love it when you promote ordering and all the ambassadors put their codes in there.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, use mine. No, use mine. I'm the awesomest.
Yeah, so I need the Some Gave All shirt and the boot print shirt. Those are awful close too, but you know, it's another one of those examples of, ooh, I gotta have that, I want it, until you actually make it available, and then they don't want it anymore.
Right.
Whatever. I don't care. So anyway, so it's been a pretty freaking eventful week, Judy.
Yeah.
You know, I just had Cy here. You know, we did a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
that how was that?
It was good. It was good. We went to Boston. We had Regina's Pizza, which if you've never been to Regina's Pizza,
I've never been anywhere up near your neck of the woods.
Regina Pizza is the best pizza in the world. I'm telling you right now. Better than New York pizza, better than Chicago pizza, okay? And I proved it to Cy by going in there and only ordering a cheese pizza to prove to him that the pizza was that good. That you could fall in love with just a cheese pizza. I will tell you, though, it didn't take long for my fucking Boston accent to come back, though. We walked in.
Oh, God, that's obnoxious.
The server comes up and she's like, "You guys all set? You need a menu?" I'm like, "Nope, we're gonna have a large cheese and 2 Summers."
Who are you summoning? What?
Summers. 2 Summers. Sam Summers. Sam
Right.
Summers beer.
Ah.
You know? You gotta drink the fucking beer. All right? So,
beer here.
so we did that. I also took him up to Lake Winnipesaukee.
God bless.
We swam in the lake, took him to the beach, Pirates Cove area of Hampton, Rye Beach areas. What else did we do? Took him to Maine and get him a real live
Lobster.
No, he didn't want to eat lobster, but we got
fuck?
we did get him some real New England seafood. So that was pretty fucking good.
Okay.
It was pretty good. Yep. It was a good time. Really good time. I was glad to have Cy here. I was not to sound mean, but I was glad that he left because I got nothing done on the house last week. No, that's not true. I didn't get as much done as I needed to. So I've been busting my ass the last couple of days painting.
Yeah.
Fucking nightmare. I took him to the VA so he get to experience what the VA in New England is like. I know, because that's a fucking vacation getaway, right?
Right.
Going to the VA.
That's on everybody's bucket list. I'm going to all the VAs I can.
Yep, gonna visit the VA. Went to the NASCAR event, but you guys know that because we talked about it last Monday on the show.
Yes.
So
You know, it was good to have him on the show with us. I think he did really well. He interacted well with the show, and he got to see how difficult it is.
yes, he did. He actually afterwards he was like, "Dude, I don't even know how you do that, brother. I don't even know how you do it." I mean, everybody thinks it's easy. You just get in front of a screen and you
Just
talk
sit down
shit.
and start
but,
talking. It doesn't
they
work.
don't realize all the behind the scenes shit you got to do and all the stuff to get, the show up and running and all that stuff. But hey, you know what? It is what it is.
Yeah.
So what else? Really not that much. I mean, he got to witness me yelling at the VA, which I think
Yes.
he really appreciated because
That's actually something I would seriously. That might actually be on my bucket list.
Well, I mean, when I go see my doctor, and I complain to him about my wrist. Now, as you all know, I've been wearing this brace here for a little while because I had an accident on Memorial Day weekend down in Virginia when I slipped out of the tub and landed on my back. But I held myself up, protected myself with my arm, and I messed my wrist up. Well, 30 days later, it's still bothering me. So I go to the VA, see my doctor. My doctor says, well, I want you to wear the brace for a little bit longer, and, we'll see how it goes. And I said, no, I want an MRI. Well, we can't just order an MRI because you want to. We can't just spend money like that. I said, yep, you're absolutely right. We can't spend money like that. And that's why you have veterans killing themselves in the parking lot, because you won't fucking spend money. Now, I thought for sure I was going to get thrown out of the VA that day. But
as soon as the F word comes out, right?
But
You're
I
like,
wasn't.
oh, crap.
I wasn't. So he was sitting down, and the VA called, and they're like, because I called them and told them it wasn't getting any better, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, okay, well, I'll talk to the doctor. I'll call you back. So she calls me back and she's like, she wants you to start physical therapy. And I said, no. I'm not going to start physical therapy because any smart individual knows that physical therapy doesn't get conducted until after you determine what the injury is.
You have to determine the
Okay.
Wow.
So I want an MRI. She goes, well, she's not going to order an MRI without physical therapy. I said, well, you know what? Just tell her that's what I'm suggesting. So she called me later in the day and said, well, we're going to go ahead and get you an MRI. So I'm going to get an MRI. But I'm kind of nervous about it because you know what?
What?
What happens if I need surgery? I'm going to the Maldives with a busted ass motherfucking wrist or not. I'm not going to have surgery before I go to the Maldives. Because
Oh, yeah.
chances are if I have surgery, they're going to put me in some sort of freaking cast or something, right?
Yeah.
Fuck that garbage.
So just wait until, how do I say this? Get your exam and, like, let's say that you have to have surgery. Get it scheduled for afterwards. I mean, most people have to wait 11 years to get surgery through the VA anyways, so.
Yep. Well, I already have a procedure scheduled for after I
A
come
procedure.
back from the Maldives. Yeah, I'm going to have the VA's version of a colonoscopy. It's where they stick a tapeworm with a little camera down your throat.
That sounds like a good time. Better than the other end.
Yeah, well, hey, fuck it. So anyway, yeah. I mean, that was basically my week. Do you want to bore us with what you did?
Oh, fuck you. Not much, actually. Working. I do have to say something. A lot of our listeners know that I work for a trucking company who will remain nameless. I'm pretty sure they don't want their name attached to what we do here.
It's not Swift, so I can tell you that.
Yes, it's not Swift. I would never work for that company. Never say never. If they paid me $100K a year, I'd think about it. So there are 4 locations where my department is located, and the headquarters is in Nebraska, and that is where a bulk of my department is. One of the girls there was pregnant, and she, during her many exams, they found a genetic disorder during the pregnancy, and there were two types of the disorder. One was like the good kind and the bad kind. And the bad kind was the chances of survival are less than 30%. The good kind was the chances of survival are over 70. So fast forward to, they found a care team in Colorado. As soon as she went out on maternity leave, she was going to go up there and just wait for the baby to arrive. As soon as they got the plan set in place, 28 weeks, her water broke.
Wow.
So this child, yeah. So after the baby was born, they found a second disorder that was basically, it exacerbated the first disorder that they found while she was still pregnant. It lessened the chances of survival to less than 20%, and the baby died at exactly 3 weeks, which was a week ago this past weekend.
Yeah, well, that's really sad. I mean, but you got to figure a baby born at only 28 weeks is,
Yeah, I mean, the cards stacked against this poor child. So here's why I want to talk about this. My company gave the entire department off in Nebraska today so that they could go to the funeral and support Andrea during her time of need. And basically, we work in a call center, so they forwarded all the phones to our lines because I fall under the office in Pennsylvania, even though I'm in Tennessee. So we took over the phones so that they could all go and grieve, and the company gave them that time for free so that they could go be with her and be there for her. So I think that's really cool that they did that. They didn't have to do that. That's nowhere in the company policy that we do stuff like that. Usually it's only for immediate family members. But I think that's really cool. The entire department got up and left to go to the funeral, and were there for her and did the little greeting that they have afterwards with Andrea and her family. So I got a brag about my company that I work for. They're really there for when people need them. So that was very, very cool to see.
That's very cool. That's very cool.
Yeah, Ross Golden said top-notch company, and I feel so bad for this family, and she's got a long struggle ahead of her, to carry a baby that long, and then she didn't get to hold the baby. I mean, the baby was born. She basically, they whisked the baby away from her. She didn't get to hold the baby until 3 weeks, and they had already made the decision to take her off life support. That's the first time that she got to hold her baby. So it just breaks my heart. I can't imagine what she's going through. So if anybody hears this tonight and knows her, send my love to her. I did send her a message on Facebook, but send my love to her because I just can't imagine what she's going through.
Yeah, that's tough. Hey,
Yeah.
let's say hi to people that have tuned into the
Yes,
show tonight.
absolutely.
Dean Cerny, Glenn Estes, Ashley Butler, Michael Klaskis, Mitchell Rankin, David Ron, a.k.a. Uncle Si, Carl Klein, Michael Anzalone. I don't know why this guy's tuned into the show, but Brian Conwell is here for some fucking reason. Yeah, I'd rather you just fucking disappear. I'm tired of fucking people that fraud veterans out of money. Mickey Severson, Kendra Kent. I'm sorry, I'm not going to hold back anymore. Rebecca Schumacher, Michael Meredith.
Patrick McClouston writes, I'm alive!
Matt Bartberger, Jeff Jebby, Ross Golden, Terrell Gould. Even that's not how you say his name, I found out, but I don't care. I'm going to keep saying it that way. Jade Lopez, Tony Tolley, John McNatt, Casey Edwards, Patrick McClouston, Felix Irving. Yeah. All right. James Cerny, make him the douche of the week. Bill Gammon, the cunt from down under. Jason Van Hughes, being EO. Oh, being equal opportunity. Yep, you bet your ass I'm being equal opportunity. All right, so hey everybody.
The
Rachel
equal
Daly.
opportunity offender right there.
What's that?
I said you're the equal opportunity offender right there.
Yeah, Valerie Adams. You remember last week that I talked to you about the service dog that's looking for a forever home?
Yes. What's going on with that?
Rachel Daly is here, and Belle is with her listening. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I've tried to get some people that I know that are involved in service dogs, and I've had zero luck. I mean, it is what it is,
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I don't know. Why does somebody, first of all, come into your show and say, I'm in the house? First of all, you would never be welcome to my fucking house, okay? 2, everybody in the fucking chat knows you're a fucking fraud. Or just about everybody in the chat. Hey, Justin Keeney's here. Dwayne Lewis is here. So when are we going to be roasting some fucking people? We need to roast some people.
I know, I agree.
We need to roast some people. We need to have a show like where we roast somebody on the network.
I agree. I totally agree.
No.
What?
Christy Stone's here. I don't know. I'm just answering shit that's in the fucking chat. Nope. Nope.
What are we noping?
I'm just nope, yes, nope, nope, yes, no. Okay, there you go. So anyway.
Fuck.
If you had a question, I just answered them all. What's up with the service dog thing? What? Way to go. I may know a few. So last week we talked about it, and it's posted on the page.
Okay, yeah, maybe not everybody saw it.
Yeah, I can't remember who just asked that. Who asked that? Oh, Tony Tolley. Well, if you were here last week, you'd fucking know. Anyway.
He was here last week.
I know, that's what... Apparently he was here, but he wasn't listening. Okay, so anyway, last week we talked about a service dog named Belle who is looking for a forever home.
Forever home.
A forever home. And if you go to the page after last week's show, you will find the write-up that I shared about it. But basically, what we're talking about here is Belle, a
Beautiful.
beautiful little doggy, was with a veteran, and the veteran had to give Belle up. Belle is a 3-year-old Doberman Plot Hound mix, very active. She's been being trained by Heroes Horses and Hounds, a nonprofit in Massachusetts. Or maybe they're not in Massachusetts, but the dog is in Massachusetts. I don't know. You're fucking asking me to remember too much goddamn shit. So, find the freaking thing from last week. It's on the page right after the show, and read up on it. And if you know somebody that can help, please, please, please help. That's what it's about. Now,
Or if you're part of a network that could connect this dog to some help, and a way to find a new home, please share to them or share to your page or something like that.
right. Yes.
Even sharing helps.
Yes, absolutely. Share it out there. Somebody you know may. I don't know what Valerie Adams is volunteering as tribute for, but it is what it is. Okay, so Triple H is in Mass, so that's good. All right, next.
The wrestler?
No,
I'm kidding. It's a joke. Roll with it.
it was a dumb joke.
No, it was not.
Just like all the rest of the jokes you no, I'm just kidding.
So
All right,
my
hey,
God.
so
Quit.
So that's that. All right, let's get into the biggest thing that has happened this past week. Okay? And I'm just going to put it out there like this. Last week, Judy, I know that you didn't pay very much attention to it because we talked a little bit about it before the show. But
Yes.
last week, Robert Mueller testified before Congress, Intelligence Committee, and the Judiciary Committee in regards to the Mueller report, or the Mueller report, or whatever the fuck the dude's name is. Okay? And for 2 years, the Democrats basically had this guy wearing fucking Superman costume. Okay? This guy was the guy who was going to bring down
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
President Trump. Okay?
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you that for whatever stupid fucking reason, me and Cy listened as we drove to Boston. We listened as we drove back from Boston. So we got to listen to a good
And
portion.
you didn't fall asleep on
of
the
this-
drive?
Well, it's a good thing I didn't because we would have fucking died. But anyway,
I'm surprised.
so we listened to the testimony, and it was very clear that, and the jokes have all come out. It's very clear that Robert Mueller did not write this report based on his investigation. Okay,
I know.
because he made it clear at the beginning that there was a number of people, a number of lawyers, there was a number of investigators. They went around, they talked, they gathered up all the stuff. He gathered up all this and wrote the report. Okay, the report's in 2 volumes. There is volume 1 and there's volume 2. And the first volume talks about the Russian conspiracy, or collusion as it's been named. And the second part is about the obstruction charge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's pretty
Crickets.
evident that outside of the fact that he didn't necessarily write the report on his investigation, but it's very evident he also didn't read the report. Okay? The Democrats, every single one of these douche canoes, asked the same fucking questions. Over
Oh my God.
and over and over and over again, Judy. If one of them ran out of time, you knew the next Democrat was going to start right where they ended. And they're going to push the same fucking agenda. Okay? He obstructed, no one is above the law, blah, 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 so on and so forth. The Republicans, on the other hand, And I'm not saying this because I'm a Republican. I'm not saying this because I believe that the Mueller report was a fucking jokes and the collusion thing was a hoax. But I am going to tell you this. It was very, very clear that the Republicans did their homework. Okay? They did their homework and were prepared to attack based on this report. And if you've seen any of the interviews, you can look up Collins, you can look up Ratcliffe, you can look up Nunes. I mean, all these guys did their homework and they asked the questions that were necessary in order to determine whether this was a bullshit freaking investigation. And there was a lot of things that came out that the American taxpayer and the American people should be pissed off about. Okay? First and foremost, Judy, being that you did not listen to this report, and I'm going to gather that a lot of other people didn't because nobody wants to sit down and listen to this bullshit, okay?
It's not just that. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm over it.
No, I get it.
I can't fucking listen to it anymore.
I totally get it. And I'm with you, okay? I'm with you. But when they talk about the report and they talk about how this guy was brought up on charges, this guy was brought up on charges, this guy was brought up on charges, but the guy who started the entire fucking thing, the guy that led to 2 years of investigation... What's funny?
Dean Cerny says, oh shit, I just lost the comment. He said, hold on, let me scroll really quick. I don't know what pages that is on, and I'm not going to get into that. He goes, there, I saved you 7 hours.
Mm-hmm. That was
pretty much it.
That was mostly the comments that Mueller would make.
Yeah.
Okay? But there was a guy, Lipshits. I don't know what the fucking dude's name was. Okay? But he is basically, and I'm going to use this word even though it's not the word they used, he was a Democrat operative. Okay? He had dinner with Democrats the night before the June 9th meeting at Trump Tower, and he had dinner with Democrats the day after June 9th meeting. Okay?
Yes.
Some of the people involved in the Trump Tower meeting felt as though they were being had. Okay, that they were being set up. All right. George Papadopoulos, or whatever the fuck his name is, traveled to Europe, spoke with a diplomat. Okay, told the diplomat that there was somebody had dirt on Hillary. This diplomat turned around and told the FBI. The FBI started the investigation. Okay? Now, here's where a lot of people need to be concerned about this. The individual that started it all, Nipson, or whatever the fuck his name is, was not indicted. Okay? He was not indicted. But it is in his report that he lied to the FBI.
Mm-hmm.
It is in the report that he, on 2 other occasions, lied or railroaded the FBI, yet he was not charged. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not going to talk about another thing because it's part of my freaking douche of the week this week, but...
Okay, that's fair. Oh, fuck, I got the hiccups all of a sudden.
Judy, this was unbelievable, okay? They go on and they talk about the obstruction, okay? And it is very clear. It was very clear. So the Republicans dove into this with the idea of making Robert Mueller look bad, okay? And they deserved it. He deserved it because that's what they should have done, okay? His report was a joke. He didn't do what he was supposed to do. He's a prosecutor. A prosecutor is supposed to prosecute based on what?
I'm sorry.
Evidence, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go
Okay.
ahead.
What?
Dean Cerny's like, Schiff, state your name for the record. Mueller. What page is that on?
Yeah, it was that bad. It really was that bad. Okay? I mean, he talked about what was and what wasn't his purview. He talked about, well, I can't get into that. I can't talk about this. I can't talk about that. Yes, I refer to the report, blah, 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 so on and so forth, okay? But when they get to the obstruction thing, the Democrats wanted to continue to push the, oh, well, you know what, he's not above the law, and he obviously committed obstruction, blah, 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 blah. And one of the I can't think of his fucking name right now. One of the Republican congressmen that had questioned him asked him this question very clearly. He said, what the hell's this guy's name? I can't remember this guy's name. But he asked him, he said, who can exonerate? Can you exonerate? Can the Department of Justice exonerate? Can the Attorney General exonerate? No one can exonerate. It's a made-up fucking word. Okay? When they're dealing with this stuff, because nobody can do it. You can't exonerate the President of the United States. You can't exonerate anybody. The job is either to find them guilty or find them innocent. But that's not what his investigation was supposed to lead to. All his investigation was supposed to do was to be gather information, okay, and push this stuff to the Attorney General for the Attorney General to make a decision. And they didn't do it. Okay? So let's just leave it at that, because I'm going to get a little bit more into it when we get to the douche of the week. So it was disgusting. It was absolutely fucking disgusting. Okay, and I'll tell you what I feel worse. The worst about is the Democrats put this poor man on stand and made him look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, that I did. I caught plenty of that. Yes.
Okay, unacceptable. They made this guy who was made out to look like Superman for 2 years look like an old man with Alzheimer's. And that's not cool. Not cool at all. But hey, it is what it is. All right, so that's that. That was the biggest thing that happened this week, except for last night. I would like to, say that, even though I'm not going to get into changing my profile picture, I'm going to say that my heart goes out to the individuals that were killed and injured in the heinous act in California.
Yeah, what did garlic ever do to anybody?
What's that?
What did garlic ever do to anybody?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And you know what kills me is that the more and more that this stuff goes on, have you noticed that it always happens in gun-free areas?
Yeah.
I mean, I really want to know how in the fuck they got a gun into California when they're not allowed.
We demand answers because, we haven't talked about this before on the air at all, ever.
Yep. And I haven't seen her in on the show yet, but I want to give a huge thank you to Catherine K. Guns. Last night I posted that I was looking for help for a homeless veteran and his service dog down in the Tampa, Florida area, and she came through. She put him up in a hotel for a few days.
That's awesome.
And she got him some food, so that was absolutely awful. I mean, awesome. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm looking at all the comments where everybody's talking about vampires, Judy. Vampires.
I know.
They don't like garlic. But yeah, so Catherine, thank you very much. You know what? This is why we do the things that we do. Oh
my God. Mitchell Rankinator says at least it wasn't a straw attack.
Yeah, right. And you know what kills me? You know what kills me is that all these fucking things with the straws. Okay, hey, you can't have a plastic straw because that's gonna kill the ocean. But we'll damn sure allow you to put that plastic straw, that metal straw or a paper straw in a plastic fucking cup. Makes you wonder, don't it?
Don't you dare put those straws on those in the environment, but you can shit on the streets of San Francisco all you want to.
Well, I'm going to tell you, it's funny, too, because you know what? We're going to move on here in a second to whatever you want to do next, whether it be Douche of the Week or Urban Dictionary or whatever. But, you know, I'm going to tell you that what cracks me up about it is that the science of the pollution in the oceans has already been solved. Okay? It's China and Japan. It has nothing to do with anything that we're doing in the United States. Okay? So you could stop handling your fucking plastic straws, or you could do like I do and fucking make sure you carry them in your back pocket just to piss off a fucking liberal. It kills the sea turtles, those straws. You know what, Ashley? I know it kills the sea turtles.
Maybe we should stop putting straws in the ocean then.
Yeah, because I can't remember the last time I threw my garbage in the ocean. I normally throw it in a fucking plastic bag and take it to the dump and throw it in the dump.
Yes, absolutely.
But hey, you know what?
Justin Keeney says San Francisco is amateur hour now. Portland has become the cesspool of the left coast.
Yeah, well, that's true. And Seattle, Portland. You know, Seattle is like ground zero for why $15 an hour should not be offered to people. But anyway, so what do you want to do? What do you want to do next?
Let's go douche of the week.
Let's do the douche of the week. All right.
Threatcon 5 radios.
I closed a tab
Douche
by
of the
accident.
week.
Why don't you not talk over the fucking little guy that says something about douche of the week?
My
You act
bad.
like this is your first fucking night in radio.
It is.
I know. All right. So you want to go first?
Surely.
All right. Please, go first.
So this gentleman, for those of you who are not sports fans, is Trevor Bauer. He is the pitcher for the Cleveland Indians. And I don't know if you guys follow baseball or anything like that. He was having a bad day very recently. And when the coach walked out on the team to pull him off the field because he was looking a little tired and it was costing them the game, as the coach walked out on the field, Trevor decided to throw a little tantrum and whip a ball, turn around and put his back to home plate and whipped a ball over the outfield fence like a fucking petulant 5-year-old. Now, this really isn't that big of a deal. You know, who cares? People have a bad day all the time. But this is a guy who, number one, it's trade season. He signed a 1-year contract, so that means he's up for trade. So you would think he would be on his best behavior. And if you're a professional who gets paid $13 million a year to do a job, because that's what his contract was worth, maybe, just maybe, you could not act like a fucking child. I mean, you represent the team when you're wearing that uniform, and when you act like that, you make the entire team look bad, not just yourself. I mean, you look like a fucking moron now. But, you know, kids and young people look up to these athletes still as examples, and that is not an example you should be setting for these young people. You know, everybody can have a bad day. What makes you a great person is how you act when you are having a bad day. If you suck it up and say, okay, I had a good day. I mean, how many times have you seen a pitcher walked off the field by the coaches, and the audience will clap, or they sit there quietly or whatever, and the pitcher waves at the audience like, hey, thanks for giving me a chance. Sorry, I'm having a bad day. This guy throws a fucking fit. So, and a lot of the media outlets are calling this his fucking temper tantrum, which I thought was interesting.
Okay.
So, you know, and like I said, we've all seen pitchers get walked off the field. You know, prior Cleveland Indians player Ricky Wild Thing Vaughn got pulled. I'm kidding.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you that when you sent this to me today, I saved it for the show.
Okay.
I wholeheartedly and 100% disagree with your assessment that he's the douche of the week. And this is why. First of all, he's a gamer.
Okay.
He is a guy that doesn't like to be taken out of the game. And if you are a good pitcher and you are making $13 million a year, I would expect you to have the same exact reaction. Now, maybe not the way that he did, but
Yeah.
you know what? When
Of
you
course,
are,
I expect him to be upset.
when you wanna be out there and you wanna get your team, over the hump, I understand that you're gonna act any way you do. You don't want to get pulled out. Now, on that note, I think it was pretty goddamn impressive that he threw a ball from home plate from the pitcher's mound all the way over the wall in center field.
Over the wall, because that
Okay?
was a pretty big
over
wall.
the wall in center field. That was pretty damn impressive.
That is true.
That is
I'm
pretty
not going to
impressive.
argue with you
So
on that.
I'm going to tell you that is he a douche for the way he reacted in front of fans? Maybe. I mean, I've seen guys cuss up a storm, yell the F-bomb, and, all kinds of stuff in front of fans. I mean, fuck, I do it every week, but,
Yeah, but you're also not getting paid $13 million to act a certain way. He's a professional baseball player. Remember, professional.
yeah, I know. But you know what? Like I said, I think that a guy reacting that way, I don't think it necessarily makes him a douche. It just like you said, he had a bad day. But you know what? Whatever. Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Cy says, "Yeah, that throw is impressive."
the throw was very impressive. All right, now my douche of the week. A lot of people think that I'm going to say Elijah Cummings.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was the entire Democratic Party this week.
Well, no, it's not. It's not. It's just the leader of the Judiciary Committee. One Jerry Nadler. Okay? Here's a guy who, as we all know, has been one of the douche canoes that has been pushing this entire investigation and trying to get, the president impeached. And you also have to remember that all these people that are getting called out right now, Elijah Cummings was the guy that sealed Obama's records after he left office. Okay? Jerry Nadler is a guy who didn't want to push an investigation into Hillary Clinton much further than it went. Yet his entire being right now is to find some way to find something on Donald Trump that will lead to his impeachment. Okay? Right after the investigation, testimony on Capitol Hill last week, he went right out and said, "We will pursue what is best. We will continue with impeachment discussions, even though it was proven that the collusion didn't happen." And one of the senators asked Robert Mueller, at any point during your investigation, did you have to stop your investigation for any reason? He said no. He said, did the president making a comment about the fact that you were to be fired slow down your investigation in any way? He said no. Somebody talked to Mueller and asked him, did the president try to get you fired? Yes, he did. Okay. Why did he try to get you fired? Because on page blah, 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 it says that he felt as though there was a conflict.
Mm-hmm.
There was a conflict. Do you know that Rosenstein, who was the Attorney General, James Comey, who was one of the investigators, Robert Mueller, all used to work together?
Okay.
You don't find that these people who have outwardly called didn't want the president to get elected are going to be the ones that are going to decide that this is how an investigation is conducted?
I'm going to be honest with you.
Peter Strzok wrote text messages that he will never be president. Peter Strzok was one of the investigators on the Mueller report.
Mm-hmm.
Miller's worked with all these people who had a hatred for President Trump. So for President Trump to say, I believe that we need to fire him and get somebody else in there based on the fact that there's a conflict of interest, that's not obstruction. Okay? It's not obstruction. I'm sorry. Telling somebody that they need to be taken out of the position. He didn't say the investigation needs to stop. He never said the investigation needed to stop. What he said was the person leading the investigation needs to be fired because there is a conflict. Do you not want to have somebody investigating whether or not you committed something heinous or against the law? Don't you want that person to be biased? Non-biased?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so then when you say, "Hey, you know what? I don't want this guy investigating me. He's sleeping in bed with fucking people that obviously don't want me here." Okay? And Nadler is no better because he is pushing this whole agenda, trying to find a way to impeach a duly elected president of the United States with no fucking evidence. That's all I got on Douche of the Week.
So I've been calling this for a while now, the Democrats, it's the witch hunt of Democrats can't figure out why nobody liked Hillary Clinton and she lost.
Yeah.
So we're just going to beat this dead horse. So I'm I catch some highlights on it, but I just can't anymore.
What was completely awesome is the what the hell's his name? Who the hell is the senator from Ohio? Somebody throw that in there for me. Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan, when he questioned Mueller, he asked him some questions, and he basically told him, "Look, you had a job to do and you didn't do it. But the good news is this. Here's the good news." And he basically said it just like that. Here's the good news. It's exactly what Attorney General Barr is doing right now. Okay? So all these individuals that have felt as though the president has been wronged, look at, you know how I feel about President Trump.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't a full supporter. Okay? I believe in the Constitution. I believe that if somebody's done something wrong, they need to be dealt with accordingly. Okay? But you cannot look at this Mueller investigation or anything that has transpired with Manafort or Flynn or any of Roger Stone, anything, okay? And say that this is okay. Because Nadler, when he started his opening speech and the Mueller investigation, said that the money taken from Paul Manafort, the $40 million that was taken from Paul Manafort, okay? Mind you, that $40 million had nothing to do with Russian conspiracy. They took this man's money, okay? He said that the money that was taken from Paul Manafort more than pays back the American taxpayers for the money that was spent on the Mueller report. That should scare the living shit out of everybody in this country, because they can investigate you and steal your fucking assets just because they want to. And that is not what our politicians were elected to do. They were elected to be, and only to be, the voice for and by the people. They were not elected to do whatever the fuck they want and call it the parameters of the law. Because that is not the parameters of the law. You cannot violate the rights of an American citizen in the way that they did with this Mueller report. Because they were there to investigate Russian collusion. What does somebody's lack of paying taxes have anything to do with colluding with the fucking Russians? I'm sorry, but it's disgusting and completely unacceptable. And all the American people should be afraid for the fact that if it can happen to them, it can happen to us. And that is why I have a problem with what's happened over these last 2 years. You're investigating somebody for doing something wrong. You were only supposed to be investigating whether they were involved in conspiracy with Russia. How the Mueller investigation led to tax evasion and all this other bullshit is beyond me, because it has nothing to do with what he was investigating for. Now, amongst the investigation, if you find that they're doing something wrong, you turn it over to the correct authorities. You don't take your crew and decide to indict on something that has nothing to do with your investigation. It's not good police work, it's not good investigation, and it's damn not what you expect from a prosecutor. So look at this thing and start realizing that we need to step up, because our country is falling by the waistline because people are allowing this shit to fucking happen. And it's unacceptable. What do you want to do next, Judy?
Let's you want to do some Urban Dictionary?
Let's do some Urban Dictionary. We need to fucking laugh.
Or to be disgusted, whatever. Because there's some things on there that I'm just like, what? Why is this a thing? Why are people writing about this?
I don't know. Why don't you go ahead and start? You said you had some good ones, so.
Well, I don't know if they're necessarily good ones, but they're definitely interesting. How's that? There's the word I'm looking for. Interesting. So, I don't know if this is a suggestion. Jeffrey Longjeppy just types in the word taint. That's it.
Okay.
So, there is someone that I know who, I don't know if that word taint, if that was a suggestion for me, or if what kind of a lag we're on here. So, I know someone that apparently has spent some time on Urban Dictionary just reading.
Okay.
So he gives me stuff to talk about, and some of it's actually really funny. Now, if you've been on Urban Dictionary, you know there's usually more than one definition. So I usually scroll through all of them, and some of them are gross, and some of them are gross until you read an extra definition, and then you're like, now that's actually kind of funny. So we were talking about Cleveland before, the Indians. So we're going to go right over to the Cleveland steamer.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I'm sure if you guys can already, if you know anything about the word steamer and how inappropriate it can be, yeah, we're going there. So this is my favorite definition. This actually is very funny. Often used as a breakup technique for angry lovers to wait till the other is asleep and dumping on their chest and leaving them to wake in it the morning after. Point made. Sexual intercourse isn't necessary beforehand technically, because one of the other definitions does have something to do with it. They say it's only for extra points with your pals, since you obviously are only pretending to be making up and having sex to achieve this goal. So the sentence definition they have, example, is Tom wanted to break up with Sally after their last fight, and he made his point to her by dropping her a Cleveland steamer and leaving the bedroom.
Jesus. That's awful.
I gotta know, though.
I think some people are into that kind of shit, though.
I know. Well, actually, one of the many definitions says it's a fetish thing, and I'm like, what, is this, like, is this something we're doing on the left coast? What's going on?
I don't know. I mean, I can't even imagine, hey, I've always really wanted to have you shit on my chest.
Well, right after we have sex,
That'd be awesome.
Fantastic.
I think I'd gag and throw up.
Seriously, and never date that person ever again.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my face.
Ugh.
What? James Cerny says, call it an upper deck. No, an upper deck is something else.
A rolling brownout. James Cerny.
Oh, are we getting suggestions here?
Yeah, apparently. All right, so my first one of the night is sexual pancake.
Oh, no.
Okay? And I think that most of us can
I can picture that.
somehow relate to this one, with the definition being a person who just lies there and makes the other person do everything in bed. The sentence used is, Jesus, Cindy, will you do something instead of just being a sexual pancake? Now, it's kind of funny because this one led into an entire conversation. And I'm going to read the conversation to you. Jesus, Cindy, will you do something instead of just being a sexual pancake? Well, Steve, maybe if you just fucking listened when I said I wanted to talk about us, then we both wouldn't be here in this awkward situation now, would we? That's it, you crazy bitch. I want a divorce. Fuck you, do your own damn laundry. No, fuck you. I would if you loved me. Oh, ha. Now the other definition is, or the other sentences for is, damn, did you know Mary was a sexual pancake? Yeah, that doesn't surprise me after last night with the 2 strippers, the tequila, and the jar of baby food. I know, right? I could go for some Miss Buttersworth right now. Alrighty then.
Oh shit! I love how there's, it's just like the English language. There's so many different definitions of these different words. So it got suggested to me that I use the word Houdini.
Houdini?
Dean Cerny, I don't know what we were reading because of the lag. Dean Cerny says, "I wish I could have taken a picture of my wife right now." I'm guessing he's talking about that because of her reaction to what we're doing.
Wow.
So the Houdini is, the main definition is, as a man reaches climax while doing it doggy style, he pulls out and spits on his partner's back, fooling them to thinking he's finished. However, when the partner turns around, he lets loose his baby yogurt in his partner's face. The sentence is what's hilarious. It's so like a 5-year-old wrote it. I took my weenie, pulled a Houdini in her eye, then she cried.
Yeah, the guy's a poet. Didn't even know it.
Hi, kitty. Another one, and this is actually, if you guys have done any dating recently, apparently this is pretty popular. Houdini, an individual who pulls a disappearing act, or the act of disappearing. The sentence is, everything seemed to be going great in the relationship. Then Michael pulled a Houdini, meaning he simply disappeared. He stopped calling, texting, sending emails, etc. Another one is, it's a woman that, I don't know if I can do this. It's a woman who possesses proper fellatio skills that allows things to disappear as she's taking care of them. Mm-hmm. There are about, close to 10 definitions on this, but you guys get the point. So it's anytime you, except for the first one with the took a weenie, pulled a Houdini in her eye, then she cried. All of them are, some sort of ta-da disappearing act.
Alrighty.
All over. You know what I think we should do?
What's that?
The person who's making ridiculous comments about what we're saying, I think we should start using them in the sentence. Like, even not necessarily ridiculous, just funny.
All right. This next one that I got is blowjob eyes.
What the fuck?
A girl, or indeed a guy, who has eyes that from the level of your navel stare up into yours and see into your soul. They seem to absorb your whole being and whisper, "Feed me cock." They are generally slightly larger than average eyes, with long eyelashes that emphasize the way the person sucking your dick is first looking up at you while swallowing your pork. Then down shyly, then up again, communicating only with their eyes how much they love sucking your cock. When seeing the pleasures of a blowy, always look at the eyes and lips of your target. Don't worry if they're a whale. They'll be less hurt when you bail. Remember, for the best blowies, find a girl whose eyes capture you. Those are blowjob eyes. But that's not the only one.
Oh, no.
The eyes of a woman while she's giving you oral. She just looks up and her eyes say, yeah, I got your dick in my mouth. What are you going to do about it? I got head last night and my girl was really turning me on with those blowjob eyes. Unbelievable. Moving right along. Let's do one last one.
Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to trust the person who keeps giving me these words.
Okay.
Because they're starting to run. I'm starting to notice they're all stringing together one theme. He must be obsessed with sex and shitting on his partner.
Oh,
I
Jesus
feel sorry
Christ.
for it.
Another one?
Next time I see him, one of them would be like, you motherfucker. The next one, I've got several that I've just breezed right past, but this one is called a hot lunch.
Oh, God.
And, you know, the standard English definition is on Urban Dictionary. It says a warm meal typically eaten around noon between breakfast and dinner. The sentence, harmless. It was nice to have a hot lunch at work today. The more disturbing one, it says, this involves making a small pocket inside your partner's mouth, preferably with cling film. I guess whoever wrote that, I guess they mean like saran wrap or plastic wrap. Then fill it with a small amount of poo. And then you're supposed to break through the plastic using your manly abilities.
Blech.
Yeah, exactly. I think I'm done here. I can't anymore. I simply can't. I'm not trusting him anymore.
All right, so I don't know if we did this the first week that we did the Urban Dictionary, but you know what? I'm gonna go with the one that Ashley Butler keeps throwing out there. The Alabama Hot Pocket.
Oh shit! Didn't we do this one already, did we? I don't know. We did several Alabamas the very first week that we did this.
The Alabama Hot Pocket is a sex move where one shits into a woman's vagina. Actually, I think we did do this because I was trying to visualize how the fuck you would do that. I mean,
and then I think we
pretty good fucking aim.
Yeah, and I think we talked about yeast infections or something too, didn't we?
I think if you shit into a vagina, the least of your worries is a yeast infection.
Mitchell Rankin says, "Roll Tide."
Yeah, I don't know who in their right mind come up with this idea. I mean, they must have been sitting around drinking some Budweiser, fucking shooting fucking, I don't know. I don't even fucking know. Me and this girl last night were doing some kinky shit, and I gave her an Alabama Hot Pocket. Roll Tide, motherfucker.
So there are a lot of comments. John Bright says, I'll tell you what, this is making for great ambience for dinner with my Mary. Listen, anybody that tunes into our show during dinner time, that's your own damn fault. You knew what you were getting yourselves into. Uncle Si says, was this in Florida?
Yeah, right?
It very well could have been. Oh,
seriously,
shit.
Though, I think... I mean, I don't think you'd have to worry about a yeast infection.
Yeah, you probably
have to get fucking. You're probably looking at like fucking fecal oral,
and hepatitis, and
yeah, whole bunch of shit. Fucking nasty.
Josh Miller Lunchbox. He writes, "What the fuck did I just walk into?"
Roll Tide. All right.
So, if you guys have any entries on Urban Dictionary, please send it to the Threatcon 5 Radio inbox or our individual inboxes, and we will we will have some good times with it.
Oh my God! So, Justin Keeney just said, "Don't forget the Lion King. Bang that shit out, nut in your hand, and smear it across her forehead, and whisper, Simba." Ah, Kenya, Kalalisi, mama.
See, this is Ashley Moon Butler. You would get pink eye in all the holes.
Yeah, you get pink eye, all right.
You get pink eye in the stink eye.
Yeah. Blech.
See how fun this is? It was disgusting, but it's still funny.
Yeah. What's up next? What are we doing now?
Are we doing news? News?
You want to do news, or do you want to do
Let's-
our top 10?
Oh, let's do the top 10.
You want to do our top 10, which is actually like a top 19 tonight.
Yes.
We're going to
but you
move
guys-
through it kind of quick, though.
Yes, I totally agree. Oh, and of course my computer's being a bitch. Here we go. Come on. Come on, you can do it.
So this one tonight was the 19 painfully honest marriage tweets.
And it's gold.
Are we going to start at number 19, or are we going to start at number 1?
You want to go? Do you think backwards is better?
Yeah, start from the top and go down.
Or right on.
Or start from the bottom and go up, I should say.
Okay, so here's the thing. Since it's painfully honest marriage tweets, whatever sex of the person is that posted the tweet, that's who's going to read it. So if a guy posted the tweet, Bulldog's reading it. If a woman posted it, it's me. If it's both, if it's a conversation between the two of them, then we're both going to do it.
All right. That's going to get confusing, but okay.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. Have you tuned into this show?
A couple
All right.
times.
Number 19. Ian Mendez tweets that marriage is essentially two people taking turns pushing down the top of the kitchen garbage so that they don't have to take it out. I think that sounds more like you having kids in your house.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Number 18, is that a...
Who the fuck knows?
I'll read it. Number 18. The tweet is, I was just about to do that chore that I see you're starting now. Hashtag marriage.
Yeah. There it goes. Number 17. David Hughes tweets, runs to the door to greet wife. I'm afraid there's been a terrible accident involved all the things you asked me to do today.
See where that one's going.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you I love you and how amazing you look?
Yeah. I forgot to do everything that you told me to do today.
Okay, so this one is a tweet by James Breakwell, and it's a conversation between husband and wife. Wife says, someone invented a laundry folding machine.
I already have one. It's called
I'm giving you the death glare.
It's called me. Yeah, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
And then he kept it going. He tweeted yet again at number 15.
Yeah, there's a couple guys that have several tweets in here.
I had to wipe baby poop off my wife's foot. I don't remember that one being in our wedding vows. My wife assures me it was there.
So this next one is a wife therapist guy conversation. Wife says, he treats our marriage like a talk show. Therapist looks at the guy and says, is this true?
He turns and winks at the camera and says, we'll find out after the break.
I love that. That's actually one of my favorite ones personally.
That's pretty good. Number 13. The missus and I have been married so long she can finish my sentences. She also starts most of them and supplies the middle parts too.
Number 12, Keith tweets, this is another husband-wife conversation. Wife, I'm going to grab some dinner. You want anything?
No thanks, I'm stuffed.
Okay, well, I'm going to go to Taco Bell.
I'll have 9 tacos.
Yeah, true story, right?
Yep. You go to Taco Bell, I mean, for Christ's sakes, why wouldn't you want tacos?
Yeah, seriously, it's not like they're that filling.
Yeah. Kent Graham tweets, when I awoke from the car accident in a full body cast, my wife was right by my bedside to let me know that childbirth is still more painful.
That's terrible.
Yeah, that is pretty fucked up.
Number 10, Stella Maddox tweets, my husband is on the roof, only a few inches away from an insurance claim that could completely change my life.
Wow.
Number 9, Ursula posts, I told my husband I wanted a hedgehog, and he said we don't need a hedgehog. Long story short, we're picking it up on Thursday.
Right? Yeah, that's how it kind of goes. I want this. Now we don't need that.
So this next one is another husband-wife conversation that was posted by Annie Hatfield.
You're supposed to do something about the groundhog under the deck.
I did. I named him Lord Melbourne. He likes Cocoa Puffs.
I don't know what guy would ask his girl to take care of the groundhog under the deck.
Seriously, be a man, get out there and take care of the rodent. I don't know. They're kind of cute, though. But they are very destructive, so.
Yeah. Number 7, Floyd is dead. I have good news and bad news.
Bad news first.
The penguin pooped in the tub.
We don't own a...
And the good news... Who the fuck buys a penguin?
I don't know, because they're kind of stinky.
Yeah. Abe Yosby tweets, when my wife falls asleep in a public place, I shake her a little and yell, "Don't you die on me." People always clap when she wakes up.
Oh, that's another one of my favorites. I read that, and at this point, I'm in tears in this thing. Number 5, Valerie posts, husband got excited thinking I was touching myself under the covers, but I was actually just opening a Kit Kat I didn't want to share.
Wow.
How many of you have ever, any of you that are in a relationship, have ever hidden a snack from your significant other? If you say you haven't, you're fucking lying.
I haven't. I have not.
I used to hide shit from my kids.
I have not done that.
So no lie, we used to buy Snickers ice cream bars. That's my faves. And we would hide them under the packages of frozen broccoli. That way the kids, the kids ain't touching that.
Hey, so there's a couple more people that have tuned in. Michael Meredith's here. Matt King's here. Charles Kilgore's here, and he's, doing his normal douchey stuff. Rebecca Shoemaker, Cindy Fretch. Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Glad to see you here. Make sure you're sharing the show. Number 4.
Housey wife tweets, sorry I was late because I had to find all the things that were in plain sight for my husband.
That would be like me and Kendra going grocery shopping because I hate the fucking grocery store.
Oh my God.
I just, no.
I loathe grocery shopping. It's one of the most painful things about being single again. Oh.
Number 3, Max Dylan Ash tweets, honey, it's really muggy out today.
If I go outside and all of our mugs are on the front lawn, I'm leaving you.
Sips coffee from a bowl. That's stupid. I wouldn't do that shit. I mean, I'd have to go pick that shit up.
But it's funny.
This one's good. James Breakwell again. Out in public, a kid is crying.
It's not one of ours.
And we fist bump.
Fist bump.
That's just parenting right there.
That is, absolutely.
Yep. And number 1. My wife said I need to grow up. I was speechless. It's hard to say anything when you have 45 gummy bears in your mouth. Hey, sometimes you gotta find out how many you fit in there.
Oh my God. That just, that actually sounds like something I might do.
I think that's something we'd all do.
I know, right? That sounds like a good time. Can I get 45 in there?
Fucking right. 45? I bet you I could get 46.
Right? Is that the world record?
Yeah. Some of that shit was definitely, like Ashley Butler said, parenting 101.
Exactly.
Charles Kilgore said, finally number 1. Why do you even tune in?
Just to annoy us.
We don't like you. No,
it's because he loves us.
I know.
Cy says gummy bear challenge.
Yep.
I would do a gummy bear challenge, except those things are kind of small and kind of a choking hazard. So I'm going to say that's probably not a good idea.
Right. Okay, Matt King says he's having dinner at his mom's.
Thank you.
Have a good night, everyone. Yep, absolutely, brother. We're still thinking about you, and we're here for you if you need.
Bulldog touches himself when he thinks about you.
No, I don't. That's Michael Meredith. Bulldog has a fake beard. Charles Kilgore wishes he could grow one.
Oh, you got told.
Somebody had said they were going to send me some new challenge. Something about hot fucking chocolate. Like, the hottest chocolate.
Like sexual chocolate?
Like sexual chocolate. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember what it was, but it never showed up, so. Judy would
Ashley
do a
Moon-
gummy bear
Yep.
challenge if they were soaked in vodka.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That'd be pretty good. I'd be down for that.
John Whittor says, order the 5-pound gummy bear from the factory in Germany.
All right. So anyway, I think it must be time. It must be time for news.
For noose.
For news. We got
For
to
news.
do some news. You want to start off with some Florida man news?
Do you have a Florida man?
Of course I do.
Sweet. Go right ahead. I got one right behind you.
Alrighty then. Hold on, I gotta get to the beginning of this week's fucking news.
Noose.
News. What the fuck? There we go. Nope, that's last week. God
I
damn
smell
it.
sex and candy.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Here's the new week. All right, so this one was given to me by Uncle Si. And whenever we do this show, whenever we start talking about the news, right? What do we always say? If you want to be a successful criminal, don't follow the way that these guys go about committing crimes, because it's sure to get you in trouble. And this shit fucking proves it.
Uh-oh.
Bradenton, Florida. 26-year-old Bradenton man is behind bars after providing law enforcement with his brother's name because he was wanted on felony warrants. Manatee County Sheriff's deputies said. The only problem is that his brother is also wanted on warrants.
Oh
So
my
according to
God.
the arrest report, Jacob Heisel was walking in the 3900 block of US 41 around 4:30 a.m. on July 20th when a deputy on patrol spotted him and made contact with Heisel for safety reasons. Deputies asked for identification, and Heisel said he didn't have any, but his name was Nathan Heisel, his brother. Nathan Heisel is wanted in Bradenton Police Department, so Jacob Heisel was arrested under his brother's name and was initially booked into the Manatee County Jail on his brother's warrant. After being fingerprinted, however, his real identity was discovered, according to the report. Jacob Heisel has 2 warrants in Manatee County for dealing in stolen property and uttering for a forged instrument. I have no idea what the fuck that means, but it sounds bad. He was additionally charged with a misdemeanor offense of providing a fake name to law enforcement. Yeah.
Wow.
Dumb.
But
Yeah.
So I'm trying to. There we go. I'm trying to make a video go away. You know how if you're looking at a news story, the video plays automatically, and then as you scroll, it rolls down into your corner screen.
Yeah.
I don't want that corner screen shit. Make it go away.
Gotcha.
So, staying in Florida, Newport Richey. This is not your average attempted burglar story. Of course it isn't, Miss Florida. You didn't have to say that. Come on, it's Florida. Surveillance video captured a man wandering around a Newport Richey home with a horse, because that won't alert anybody. He brought a horse along with him. He then kind of wandered around the property, kind of looking into some things. He then entered a screened-in porch, said Pasco County Sheriff's spokeswoman. The man, later identified as Lonnie Maddox, reportedly then broke a window and crawled inside the home. The homeowner, Steve Ferguson, said he saw Maddox inside his home through his indoor surveillance camera and called the sheriff's office. I really didn't think the guy was going to break into the house. What, he had a getaway horse? So that's a little odd, said Ferguson. Maddox didn't take anything but was arrested later for breaking into the private property. So is the horse an accomplice? Is that what we're doing here?
That's funny.
Is the horse in protective custody? What I need details.
It's inquiring minds want to know.
Seriously, like, why would you bring a horse to break it. I don't know.
It was
Drugs
his-
are bad,
it-
kids. Okay.
It was his getaway. It was his getaway. Okay, so this next one is from Deltona, Florida. And even when the story was written, like the headline said, you wouldn't believe it if it didn't happen in Florida. Deltona,
Nice.
Florida. 3 Deltona residents were arrested on drug charges Tuesday, just hours before 2 of them had redeemed a scratch-off ticket worth $20,000. Luis Correa, 39, and Migdalia Cruz, 59, were arrested on heroin-related charges, and Dana LaFlamme, 34, was arrested on a probation violation. The trio was arrested at home on Howland Boulevard in Deltona after deputies with Volusia County Sheriff's Office served a search warrant. When deputies showed up at the house, they said Cruz and Correa was standing outside and LaFlamme was inside. Correa was holding 3 bags of drugs which tested positive for both heroin and fentanyl. Cruz told detectives she had just returned from Orlando where she and her son claimed $20,000 prize. Where the fuck? For winning a scratch-off ticket. Correa is being held on $36,000 bail. Cruz was released on $5,000 bail, and LaFlamme is being held without bond, deputies said.
Oh, I got a cat incoming. Yay, kitty. Moving right along. Glen Burnie, Maryland. Police in Anne Arundel County, I think I'm saying that right, managed to track down a robbery suspect because he dropped his cell phone at the crime scene. Eric Powell Jr., 21, of Severn, is facing several charges, including robbery and assault. Police were called to the 7-Eleven in the 770 block of Baltimore Annapolis Boulevard in Glen Burnie around 11:30 p.m. Saturday for a reported robbery. The victim told investigators Powell asked for money, and when he took his wallet out, a struggle ensued.
Oh,
that's
shit.
when police believe Powell dropped his phone. Police said Powell took the wallet before leaving the scene. Officers arrested him when he returned to the scene for his phone.
Wow.
So I got this person's wallet, but I'm going to go back for the phone just because yeah, again, here we are. If you want to be a successful criminal, don't do what this jackass is doing. Don't drop your phone. And if you do, don't go back for it. That's a special sort of stupid right there.
Cindy Fretch wants to say that she is really liking your black pussy.
Oh.
I think we're about to have some girl-on-girl shit going on here in a minute.
This is my ladies' man. He's toughy. He likes to come and show himself off every now and then. Okay, moving right along.
Moving right along. All right, so this kind of made national headlines, and I gotta say, I don't think they need to apologize for it because I think it's fucking hilarious. Even though it is fucked up. Forever 21
Uh-oh.
recently shipped diet bars along with customers' online orders. Not every customer welcomed the surprise addition to their packages. Many people on social media called Forever 21's diet bar shipments offensive and fatphobic.
Oh my God, of course they are.
A number of people on social media said they received the bars along with orders of plus-size clothing. Atkins markets the bars as low-carb snacks for weight loss. Twitter user Caliogardo wrote, bought a swimsuit online from Forever 21, and they sent me an Atkins bar along with it. Thank you for reminding me that I don't have a beach-ready body. Forever 21 in a statement said it sent the free diet bar samples with all orders and sizes. From time to time, Forever 21 surprises our customers with free test products from third parties and in e-commerce orders. The freebie items in question were included in all online orders across all sizes and categories. for a limited time and have since been removed. It was an oversight on our part, and we sincerely apologize for any offense it may have caused to our customers. This was not our intention in any way. Others on social media confirmed the bars were sent with all online orders, not just plus-size customers. In a statement, Atkins said products are meant to help people achieve overall health and well-being. Our brand evolution is reflected in the current marketing efforts to highlight the health benefits of eating low-carb, low-sugar Atkins lifestyle with a portfolio of nutritious and delicious snacks for everyone. Well, you know what's funny? I mean, the guy that came up with the Atkins diet slipped, hit his head on a curb, and died.
Did he really?
So, apparently, it'll help you lose weight, but it damn sure ain't going to help you balance.
Forever 21, a good majority of their buyers are people who need a fucking cheeseburger. So if they send them some sort of nutrition bar, at least they're eating.
Yeah. Fuck it. I think it's funny.
Everybody gets so bloody offended about everything.
But that's exactly what it is. I mean, if they sent it to everybody, it wasn't meant as an offensive thing, right?
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
And if you've ordered from them before, you know that sometimes you get a freaking complimentary thing, right? So, oh my God, I bought a bathing suit and you sent me an Atkins bar.
Oh my God, how dare you make me try this product that might actually taste good.
How dare you? How dare you try to prove that I don't have a bikini-ready body? Well, the fact that you bought a full...
nobody does.
I mean, just the fact that you bought a full piece with fucking ruffles that cover your tits and your belly, that was probably fucking, the proof that you didn't.
Listen, just because you bought a bathing suit made by Omar the Tent Maker, that does not mean that they're trying to tell you to lose weight, okay?
It's all joke. I don't get it. Hey, Don Gay's here. Bob Dammit's here.
Everybody just has to be so offended. Like, we're just looking for things to be offended by and scream racism or body shaming or et cetera, whatever the topic of the week is.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Kitty, you like that?
Moving right along.
Moving right along. Oh, another one of those videos blocking my thing.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Well, you should stop watching YouPorn while we're fucking doing the news.
So, shh. So, Linthicum, Maryland, a missile launcher was found in a man's checked luggage at the Baltimore Washington International Thurgood Marshall Airport Monday morning.
Yeah, what's
Good
the date
Lord.
on that? Because we touched on this story already.
It says July 29th, but now that I see it, it says it's edited. So, hold on.
It's just a follow-up, so they probably charged him or whatever.
No, I think this is a new one. When did we talk about this? Because this is recent.
Weeks ago. Go ahead. I can't believe somebody else would do that after the other guy got busted, but yeah.
Was it in Baltimore? I don't remember. So they had tracked down the traveler and detained him for questions. Were they afraid that the guy was going to get into his luggage and use the fucking thing? Well, hey, kids, look at this. Want to see a demo? The man, a resident of Jacksonville, Texas, told TSA officials that he is an active military member and was traveling home from Kuwait. He told officers he wanted to keep the launcher as a souvenir. This is vaguely ringing a bell. You dirty bastards, Baltimore. Whoever wrote this story. He says TSA says military weapons are not permitted in checked or carry-on luggage. Well, apparently all of us knew that except for this guy. And was confiscated and handed over to the state fire marshal for safe disposal. The launcher was not a live device. And the man was able to catch his flight. I'm totally Googling that now. There's no way that happened twice, like you said.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I was just telling somebody I work with today, because we were talking about something ridiculous that happened at work, and he's like, does this surprise you? And I'm like, absolutely not. I've been doing this almost 7 years. Nothing surprises me anymore. Is it entertaining? Absolutely, but it's not surprising.
Yeah. The next story is
Oh no, this happened today.
Yeah. Today
So
is the
it is another
29th.
one.
Okay.
This guy it's another one. Unbelievable.
Okay. This story is old. Okay? But
Mhm.
being I just went to the beach with Cy and I found this story soon afterwards, I had to talk about this story.
Oh geez.
Okay, so experts say that I can't read that. All right.
Uh-oh.
Fuck it. Experts say the fearsome bird mistook the man's exposed privates as a couple of bird eggs and dropped in for a tasty snack. As the man, who has not been named, dozed on his patio in his detached home near Ipswich, the seagull swooped from the sky and with one bite ripped away his right testicle.
Oh.
In gripping scenes
that's
that could have been-
cringy.
In gripping scenes that could have been written by a copywriter, he woke screaming in agony and saw the bird flying
Yeah.
away with one of his crown jewels wedged in its jello beak. His wife called an ambulance and staff at Ipswich Hospital Accident and Emergency Department had to patch him up and give him a course of antibiotics to prevent infection. A hospital source said, "Nobody could quite believe it when the poor chap was brought in. There was a lot of blood and he was in agony." I thought it said he was angry. I would say, well, that's a fucking understatement. But it will feel better in a few weeks. That's an injury that's going to last a lifetime. The injury is not life-threatening, and tests have confirmed that his remaining testicle is still in working order, so he will be able to have children. A spokesman for a research group, Seagull Watch International, confirmed that seagulls often feed on the eggs of small birds. Eggs are full of protein. So wasn't this guy's nut. Eggs are full of protein. It's why we eat them. After all, gulls will often steal other birds' eggs, so it's unfortunate for this man and his private parts resembled a couple of eggs in a nest. He should have shaved. It's not a doubt a young adult gull that this is still learning to be independent. Whatever. This is time we have heard of such an attack in the UK, and it's probably one-off event. But just in case this particular seagull now has a taste for men's eggs, we would recommend putting some shorts on while sunbathing at your home. Ipswich Hospital refused to name the seagull victim or even pass on the interview request from the Suffolk Gazette. Yeah, can you imagine that?
Oh, that's very cringy. Moving right along.
Actually, moving right along, yes.
Pittsburgh. A police. Do you ever know we're starting to see a cluster like Baltimore? Lots of stuff in Pennsylvania.
Well, yeah, I
Not
mean,
just
Baltimore's a fucking rat-infested fucking hellhole anyway, so.
That's racist.
No, it's not. It's true.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
We're accusing Trump now of racism because of what
he's racist because he told somebody to go back to where they came from. If you don't like it, leave.
No, his tweets are about Baltimore are now racist.
Oh, yeah. Everything he says is racist.
Oh my god. The unemployment rate is the lowest it's been in 20 years. That's racist.
Yep.
So, we're moving to Pittsburgh. A police officer needed more than a dozen stitches to his face after authorities say he was punched by a man accusing of being aggressive. Wait a minute, let me rewrite this story. Being an aggressive asshole to his neighbors at a block party. What is it with people disagreeing with block parties? Get that over yourselves.
I know.
Pittsburgh police say they had to use a taser to bring down 48-year-old Charles O'Leary and bring him into custody. Damn, this is when I'm okay with police releasing body cam videos. According to the police, it all started around 6:30 p.m. Sunday when officers were called to Shady Avenue over a fight.
Shit.
Yeah, Shady Avenue.
There's
Here
some
we
shady
go.
shit going on there.
In Pittsburgh, at a block party.
At a block party in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, because, those block parties, God, they're just out of control. Investigators say O'Leary came out of his home as the party was going and threw a part of a drum set at one of his neighbors.
I wonder what part of the drum set. Cymbal? Bass?
Bass? That's pretty heavy. The man suffered a large...
Jimbo said, a trailer block party?
It sounds like
you
it actually.
judgmental prick.
The man suffered a large bruise on his leg as a result. Ha ha, you jackass.
That
That's
was
what
the
you
bait.
get.
See, you couldn't throw it that far.
Yeah. Well, some of the screaming wasn't inaudible because he was screaming so loud, the neighbor told the news. But a lot of swear words, a lot of screaming, just totally out of control. Obviously, he wanted us to turn down the music, but he didn't ask very nicely. Well, yeah, throwing a set of drums isn't, it's not very neighborly.
Fuck? It was a block party. That means everybody's invited.
Yeah. Unless your pussy hurts, then we want you to stay home with your earplugs in.
Yeah, what a dick.
Seriously. When police arrived, they tried to handcuff O'Leary, but authorities say he became aggressive towards the officers. Something tells me maybe he did go to the block party and had a little too much.
He went to the block party.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
When the police asked O'Leary for identification, he screamed, "Do you want to shoot me?" What do you bet one of the cops was like, actually, now that you mention it?
Yeah.
Police say O'Leary punched the arresting officer in the face several times. The officer then used his taser.
Was this guy black Irish?
Possibly. The officer was taken to the hospital where he had to get more than a dozen stitches for severe lacerations on his face. O'Leary is facing charges of aggravated assault, resisting arrest, criminal mischief, simple assault, and simple trespass.
I was wondering what aggravated assault was.
I was trying to read too fast. And
yes,
being a serial.
Lunchbox, you heard it right. It was a cock party. And they're still waiting for your freaking RSVP.
And the other charge of being a tremendous jackass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bob Jordan says not a party until the taser gets involved. True story, right there.
Exactly. Yeah. True story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have no idea where this comes from, but based on the picture, I'm guessing this guy is, Middle Eastern. Maybe somewhere in the fucking story as I'm reading it will come out.
Is it racist?
No, it's homophobic.
Uh-oh.
And it's actually kind of redunculous. Homosexuality is usually a problem transferred to a fetus when a pregnant woman has anal sex and enjoys it. Bishop of Morphu...
What the fuck?
Yes, the Bishop of Morphu Neophytus said during a speech at an LGBTI rights group Accept said on Thursday. During his speech in June to a group of people in Akaki, I don't know. The bishop said Saint Porphyrius made mention of the issue in his writings. It is a problem which is usually transmitted by parents to the child, the bishop said. He added that it occurs when the couple has sex while the woman is pregnant and the sex is unnatural, as he characterized anal sex.
Jimbo says, "Oh shit, all my kids are going to be gay."
The bishop said that when the woman enjoys anal sex, a desire is created which is then transmitted to the unborn child.
That's science, yo.
The video was posted on social media where it went viral and people joked that they had finally had an explanation for being gay. In a comment on social media, the rights group joked, "How are lesbians created then?" Oh, they got him. Under the video, which has been shared widely across social media, people commented with other jokes poking fun at the bishop.
I can't even be outraged by that. That's just ridiculously funny.
Well, the spiritual leader of South Cyprus has spoken. No more bum bum.
Yep, no more bum bum.
Yep.
Jimbo says silicone causes lesbians.
No. Lesbians are created when the pregnant woman abuses daddy with a strap on.
Bob Jordan. Wow, good job, Bulldog. Bob Jordan, note the day and time, writes, "I can't believe I have no comeback for this."
Yeah.
Lunchbox says poking fun. Yeah,
yep,
Don Gay, same thing. No words.
Yep. No words.
No words.
No words. They're running out of words.
Moving right along to Oklahoma City.
Oh, Jesus. There's going to be a fucking story. I guarantee it's going to have something to do with fucking animals.
Oh, it does! Ding, ding, ding!
Does it really?
A litter of puppies named after Taco Bell menu items are looking for their forever homes in Oklahoma City.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like they abused
No.
them anally.
I don't think I could ever read a story. No. I have a hard... Whenever I read those and I'm like, yeah, we can turn this fun... Nope. No, this is not funny.
Bullshit.
Allie Turley Young said in a Facebook post that a few months ago, she and her husband volunteered to foster a terrier that was on the shelter's kill list that day. They nicknamed the pup Taco Bell, spelled Belle, since it was a female.
Yeah.
She said they later discovered Taco Bell was pregnant after, and a few weeks later, she gave birth to 9 puppies. Wow, that's a pretty good sized litter. Congratulations. Naturally, each baby was named after a Taco Bell menu item, Young said in the Facebook post. Sadly, Young said one of the puppies died. The rest of the puppies are named, I love this, Cinnamon Twist, Crunchwrap Supreme, Doritos Loco, Quesarito, Gordita, Chalupa, I wonder if Chalupa's chubby, Bel Grande, and Fiesta Potato.
See, you would expect this if they were Mexican dogs, but they're not.
Gordita, Bel Grande, Cinnamon Twist, Crunchwrap, and Doritos Loco are still looking for their forever homes. The post has gone viral and been shared more than 30,000 times. She's actually a pretty puppy. You know what I want to know?
What?
How bad do these dogs smell when you take them outside to do their business?
They're not eating Taco Bell. They're just named after it.
Poor things. That's adorable, though.
All right, well, you say it can't be funny. I'm going to try to make it funny.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
John Widoff sent me this. 3 sick Pennsylvania men have been arrested for sexually assaulting more than a dozen farm animals over a 5-year period. The 3 men, identified as 31-year-old Matthew Brubaker, 34-year-old Mark Miskinoff, and 41-year-old Terry Wallace, were sentenced to 20 to 41 years for forcing themselves on a cow, a goat, 9 horses, and an unspecified number of dogs. You know,
I can't even.
They were all charged with more than 1,400 criminal counts for animal cruelty, sexual intercourse with animals, and corrupting a minor. I don't know where the minor comes from. Oh, wait, here it is. An unidentified teenage boy was allegedly tasked with restraining the animals while the trio committed the crimes. Hey, you just hold the horse right there, and I'm going to climb up this ladder. The horses that were assaulted by the men were all said to be females. Well, at least they weren't gay. At least they were fucking female animals. I mean, if you're going to look for a positive out of this. They were placed in the care of the Pennsylvania Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. The horses will have to speak with a counselor every week and talk about their disastrous experience. It's going to be awful. How were the men caught? 3 men were initially arrested in 2018 after the 16-year-old boy told state police all 3 were committing the horrible acts. The teenager was taken into protective custody and thankfully showed no signs of sexual abuse. Pennsylvania State Police obtained a search warrant for the makeshift farm where the men and the boy lived and found a large volume of homemade videos, recording equipment, and cameras. While searching the barn, they found the men had constructed a special holding pen in the shape of a V to facilitate sex with the animals.
Oh.
This is a well-thought-out plan. Miskinoff's lawyer, Joseph Ryan, who is really regretting taking this case, I bet, battled the 20 to 41 year sentence, saying it's what someone would get for third-degree murder. They did not molest children. They did not hurt people. What they did was disgusting, but what it needs is help, not a 20 to 41 year prison sentence. I disagree. I think they need to be locked up for longer to protect the horses and dogs
I know.
and
Oh,
lions
my
and
God.
tigers and bears. Oh my.
Well, at least the prison guys are safe.
Yeah, because they're not into that kind of shit.
Well, no, that like they know that they don't have to worry about him.
Rebecca Shoemaker says there's nothing funny about this. Listen.
Everything can be funny.
Everything. Chester Layton
Sometimes.
says, don't want no cream from that cow. See, it can be funny. They tried to churn the butter in the
Oh, my
cow.
God.
Bob Jordan, those Amish really have sunk to a new low. That's fucked up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of funny that the pigs were jealous, so they squealed on them.
But
Don Gay said that. The one is similar to Jack Me Off. Yeah, I thought his name was kind of funny. All right, moving right along.
Okay, this next story is not from Florida, but it sure sounds like it could be. A man stole an ambulance from outside a Texas hospital early this morning and then told officers he did so because he needed to get food and cigarettes. Well, clearly that's okay. Just take that ride, whatever. The suspect, who was not named but described as being in his 60s, took the vehicle from Cypress Creek Hospital, a psychiatric facility in Houston.
Jesus.
Just after 12 a.m. He was located by Harris County Sheriff's Office deputies at a gas station on West Ritchie Road. According to 6ABC, officials said the ambulance had been left with its engine running outside the hospital where the man is believed to have once been a patient. You don't say.
Mm.
We didn't see that coming, did we? When deputies asked him why he had stolen the vehicle, the suspect claimed he needed a ride.
Hey.
Inside, officers found the man had obtained fried chicken from KFC and cigarettes. Well, at least he got what he needed. Did they let him eat the chicken, do you think?
Probably not. Fucking buzzkills.
Probably in evidence now. Yeah, exactly. Buzzkills. The suspect was detained and will be charged with unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. He was taken into custody without incident. It was not immediately clear how long he was in possession of the ambulance.
Oh, that speaks real highly of that fucking ambulance crew.
Right.
I don't know, man. It's been missing. I didn't look at it. I don't know what time we get off, but
Oh my God. Yeah. We don't know how long it was missing or how long it was sitting there before it went away. 6ABC reported deputies had responded around 2:30 a.m. Harris County Sheriff's Office media rep did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Of course they didn't. After that little tidbit right there about we don't know how long it was gone, that makes them look bad.
yeah.
Excuse me. Yesterday, a 29-year-old woman, nothing like the news to not let us down, folks. A 29-year-old woman was arrested in Florida for allegedly stealing an ambulance before crashing into a police car after a short pursuit.
Jesus.
2-in-1 story. That's fantastic.
That's
the
great.
St. Lucie County Fire Chief said the incident occurred shortly after 9:30 a.m. as paramedics were responding to a Fort Pierce apartment building. The suspect, Amber Lynn Sills, allegedly took advantage of the ambulance's running engine and swiped the vehicle. #YOLO.
So the ambulance was running.
Yes.
And the crew doesn't know how long it was missing?
Yeah, for the first one, yes.
Yeah, wow.
The second one, they knew right away because they were treating somebody. It wasn't just parked waiting.
Oh,
They
okay.
don't normally turn those off. They do keep them running, so that's understandable. But come on.
All right. Well, this next story comes out of BV Nation's neck of the woods. Washington County, Oregon. An Oregon woman was charged in what deputies are calling the weirdest DUII arrest of the weekend.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, DUII. Apparently, Oregon just wants to fucking be different. Deputies say 23-year-old Eliana Aguilera. Wait a minute. Why is this woman get... Okay, this is fucking hilarious in itself. This woman's got a hyphenated name that's the same.
Wait, what?
Eliana Aguilar. Hey, I'm going to hyphenate my name because I don't want... I want people to know that I still have that Aguilar name. Okay.
Okay, so yourself, you weirdo.
She rolled through Taco Bell drive-thru around 1:20 a.m. Saturday, reached through the open window, and poured alcohol into employee's mouth while remaining in her car.
Yes.
And nobody in Taco Bell was going to report her for that.
That sounds like a great night at the office.
Yeah. But in line behind the 23-year-old was a police sergeant. Aguilar was arrested and booked into jail on DUI charges. Deputies say she had a .12 blood alcohol level. In Oregon, DUI reportedly stands for driving under the influence of intoxicants, which it does everywhere else in the fucking country too. We just call it driving under the influence. The incident happened at Taco Bell on Southwest 185 and Walker Road in Beaverton. So what kills me is they always have to tell you where it was located in case you ever want to visit that location,
Or to not confuse it for the other DUI that happened on the other corner. I don't...
Yeah, right?
It's just so many of them.
Wow. Moving right along.
Speaking
we
of...
have room for... we have time for maybe like one more story.
So speaking of out west, some household chores can really be a bear. Or surveillance camera at a marijuana dispensary in Lyons. I'm not sure how you would say that. I would say it in French a different way, but caught a bear taking out the trash while trying to get a dumpster as a to-go meal.
Wait a minute. They caught a bear taking out the trash?
There's more to the story. Colorado Parks and Wildlife spokesman Jason Clay said the footage was captured just before midnight on July 17th. Colorado Parks and Wildlife posted the video, so it was a security camera that posted the video, noted the bear was not able to open the bear-proof dumpster.
Well, how was he going to take out the trash then?
They said no reward for this bear. Clay said the bear didn't take the dumpster much farther than the fence, but he did hang out in the area for about an hour. So this bear actually broke through like a privacy fence that you would have in your yard, broke through the fence, sniffs around the trash,
Are you
goes
drinking
to the...
tonight?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
No?
No.
Wow.
It's been a long day. Listen,
Apparently
did you
so.
hear yourself at the beginning of the show?
I was mad and angry.
The bear takes the dumpster, and I'm going to post a link to this article in the comments, because the bear actually takes the dumpster, and you can almost hear the bear saying, "I can't get into this bitch, but I'm going to take it with me." And the bear takes this thing and rolls it out from in between the fence parts that it ripped open. It was like a gate.
Mm-hmm.
And it took the whole fucking dumpster with him and left with it. It was like zero fucks given. I'm leaving with this bitch. What I want to know is what was in that dumpster that he had to have it so bad. This was a marijuana dispensary. Junkie.
Cookies?
Well, it could be cookies, or this bear could be a junkie.
That was cookies.
It was medical marijuana, right?
Medical marijuana. All right, so this brings us to the end of the show. We're going to have to wrap it up because Lunchbox has got his show coming up next.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
If you're into video gaming and shit, stick around and watch his show.
I want to be in shit.
There's plenty of shows that you can catch on VRS every week. On Tuesday nights, you can watch the WoW radio show, Warrior Outdoors radio show, or you don't have to. It's up to you. Wednesday, you can watch The Bar if you want to. Thursday, you got Warrior Wallet. On Friday, there's some freaking thing that the BV Nation head motherfucker in charge does. I don't know what the hell it is. Fence Line Country or some shit like that. Saturday is at 1700 somewhere. Isn't there something else on Saturday too?
Maybe.
Yeah,
I
whatever.
can't remember.
Sunday, you get Sports Church, Bear News, and BV Nation Radio. Please tune into BV Nation Radio. They need as many watchers as possible. So, so check them out. You'll regret it. I mean, you won't regret. Whatever. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. All right, everybody. I'm Bulldog. That right there is Judy. I hope you enjoyed Threatcon 5 Radio episode 26, midway through the year. And we'll see you all next week on Judy's birthday.
Woohoo!
Love y'all. Deuces.
This concludes our broadcast day.